Hey, and welcome to this next episode of What Would They Do? Today, we are going to look at a question that someone submitted, one of my email subscribers who took me up on an opportunity to pick my brain. I sometimes offer random coaching opportunities, and this one popped up a little while ago. So, the question we're going to answer today is this one. I love your strategic approach to email marketing. You've got a lot of automated emails set up for your business. I was wondering, do you think that can be done for a business where I want to use automated email marketing to sell website templates on Evergreen? I also offer done for you services, but really want to scale my digital shop business on Evergreen. My answer here: absolutely. That is what I'm doing in my business. So for context, I still serve clients one-on-one as part of VIP days, which are called Yours for a Day sessions, also as part of intensives, which stretch over several weeks. And I also have a membership and multiple self-paced resources and toolkits to help my audience implement things themselves. I'm in a very similar situation to this member in my audience, and automated emails, in particular behavior-driven emails, really are the backbone of my sales strategies. So I rarely live launch because I find it stressful. I'm a mum of 3 kids, so I have a ton of things on my plate. And if I can minimize the amount of live launching I have to do, I'm absolutely all for it. So unfortunately, automated emails often get that bad rap because people think they're impersonal. They remove that personal touch. But if done right, which is what I'm going to explore today, they can feel like they're specifically designed just for you and really anticipate what your subscribers need and present them with that first or next perfect purchase opportunity. So today we'll cover how I use behavior-driven email marketing in my business to sell my digital products on autopilot, but also steer people towards my one-on-one services, which is exactly what this particular audience member was inquiring about. But before we jump into the actual strategies, let's have a closer look at why traditional, inverted commas, generic email sequences, so those elaborate sales funnel that everyone goes through, are simply not as effective. So many sales funnels and evergreen funnels really treat all subscribers the same. So someone signs up to a freebie, whether they found you via a summit, they Googled and came across, your business, doesn't matter. They sign up to a freebie, they receive a welcome sequence, and they go into an evergreen sales funnel and are presented with this offer. It doesn't matter whether they're ready. It doesn't matter whether they've shown any interest, any invested interest in the offer and in the solution to potentially their problems. And it doesn't matter whether they actually have sent you any signals to indicate that they want to buy and take you up on that offer. Right? They also are usually not based on engagement, as I said. So someone who clicks on your sales pages, someone who opens all your emails, usually receives the same content in those funnels as someone who has ignored the 10 previous emails you've sent. And they absolutely miss the mark when it comes to personalization. So people respond much better to emails that seem like they're specifically designed for them and that they are sent at the right time, in the right format, and speak to the right topics. And that's exactly what behavior-driven automated email marketing can do. So instead of just scheduling emails on autopilot and blasting your whole list with the same emails, let your subscribers' behavior tell you what they want to receive, when they want to receive it, and what exactly that includes. And that's what we're going to explore now. So when I talk about behavior-driven email marketing in my business, I personally use Drip as my email provider, and Drip has really powerful features, pretty much like Kit, ActiveCampaign, all the major players out there, where you can turn regular links from your emails into links with hidden superpowers. In Drip, they're called trigger links. So basically, you can have all this magical automation happening on the back end. And in certain emails that I send, whether it's in my Evergreen Friday footnotes sequence or in even weekly emails, I turn certain links into trigger links to help me work out who is actually interested and who is ready to receive a little follow-up Evergreen sequence, for example. So trigger links can add tags to people. They can add them to segments. They can also, create custom events. Every platform is different, but just investigate how your email platform can allow you to add certain tags, segments, custom events to your subscribers. So you can develop this crystal clear picture of who they are, what they're interested in, and where on their customer journey they are, and whether they're ready to receive the offer and the invite to buy. So you can absolutely sell on autopilot. As I said, what it comes down to is really closely tracking the engagement. So tracking how certain subscribers are interacting with your emails and with your content, and then automating personal follow-up emails and a personal path through your offer suite. So you can use email engagement signals to tailor future emails, as I said. So you can trigger bespoke sales funnels based on subscriber behavior. So depending on your parameters, you can absolutely set your own parameters and your own triggers for those funnels. But yeah, certain behavior can then trigger evergreen sales funnels with potentially special offers or a special limited time bonus to tap into that invested interest people have shown in this particular product. You can also look at using open and click insights. So if someone opened an email but they didn't click, you can absolutely follow that one up with more details when it comes to the offer to make it more crystal clear and invite that click through to the sales page, or even add more details around the frequently asked questions that you're answering on the sales page to hopefully put those doubts to bed and get them to click through and check out the sales page. If people clicked on the email but didn't buy, you can, for example, send them a follow-up email with more customer testimonials, case studies, and potentially even addressing the most common objectives that you're aware of. Another great way to personalize that experience here is obviously if you are using subscriber behavior as an indication to add them to sales funnels, you also need to give them the opportunity to opt out. And I like to empower my subscribers to do that. So in those emails, those evergreen sales funnels, I always give them the opportunity to click a certain link to opt out of receiving more information, more invites to join this offer, because sometimes it is just not the right time. And same thing here, you can do that with trigger links, and clicking the trigger link removes them from said evergreen funnel. You can also, so coming back to the example here from the person who submitted the question, you can use particular follow-up emails if you have worked out that, a subscriber has checked out multiple of your templates. You can send them, and again, automate this process, a comparison email and a showcase that really stacks up the different templates against each other to help them work out which one is best. So it could say, let's say a buyer visited your minimalist template, the sales page 3 times, but they didn't buy. You can then take that as an indication that, they potentially are interested, but they might not understand how it stacks up against the others. So if you're not sure the minimalist template is right for you, then here's a side-by-side comparison with our classic template, for example. So trigger links are so beautiful because you can see which pages people visited, and you can then take that to help them make that decision easier. Same thing if someone checked out your done for you page and your template shop, you can send them an email that stacks up the 2 options against each other. So the price tags, what one includes, what the other includes, and who it's for as well. It just helps people give them the answers. Helps to give people the answers they need. You can also use abandoned cart and browse abandonment emails, for example, if you want to take it to that next level, especially because you have a shop. So people would add things to their cart potentially if you're using platforms like Shopify. And you can totally follow people up because we all know what it's like. People are busy. Like I often add something to my cart. My kids come home from school and I completely forget about it. If people went that far to add something to their cart, it often indicates they were pretty likely to buy, but something came up. So you can send them a quick automated email that checks in, are you still interested? Here's what you have waiting in your cart. Click here to complete the process. Browse abandonment is very similar. So if your system can track their browsing behavior back to their subscriber profile, then you can absolutely use that to send them a quick email that said, we saw you checked out this template. Here is how you can find out whether it's right for you. Because checking it out is not quite the same level of interest as adding it to their cart. So this is all an easy process to increase your conversion rates and your evergreen sales, because it doesn't involve you, it doesn't involve live launching, and the beauty is it is totally bespoke and presents people with more information on things they're already interested in. You can also use organic and genuine scarcity and urgency. I wouldn't work with fake timers that reset every time you land on the sales page. But what you can do in those evergreen funnels that people get added to once they have shown an invested interest, you can offer limited time bonuses, for example. So if you join within the next 72 hours, I'm going to throw in a one-on-one session with me, for example. And there are amazing tools like Deadline Funnel that makes it super genuine. So it's not a timer that resets. They actually have 48 hours to claim this bonus. And after that, it reverts back to the normal sales page. When it comes to website templates, again, coming back to this specific example, I know a lot of designers also have semi-custom templates, for example. So where there's only 5 of each design available. So this is a great opportunity to work with that genuine scarcity here. So if 3 have already sold, someone's checking out the sales page, but doesn't check out, you can absolutely use that as an indication to send them a little short email, hi, I noticed you checked out this template, just letting you know there's only 5 available. And when those 5 are gone, I'm not going to sell this template again. So if you're interested, highly recommend acting now. Totally genuine, because you actually are only selling 5. And it might just be the little gentle nudge for people to check it out again and go, oh my God, I do love it. Let's just invest now. So there are so many more opportunities how you can use behavior-driven email marketing and trigger links in your business, but it would totally blow up this episode if I explored all of them. I'm sure there are going to be future episodes where I'm going to talk more about it, because I have them incorporated in so many ways in my email marketing. But I think this is it for today. I want to leave you with 3 little questions to help you optimize your evergreen strategy if you already have one in place. And I know a lot of online business owners have some sort of sales funnel, particularly following on from an onboarding sequence that's sort of tied to the freebie and sells them into that next logical step. So I would love you to ask yourself these 3 questions to optimize what you already have in place. So, do you currently work with behavior-driven triggers? So trigger links and indications your subscribers are sending you as a way to introduce people into those funnels? Or is everything static and everyone who joins your list goes through the funnel at the same time? So have a look how you can use behavior as an indication when to add people into the funnel rather than adding everyone at the same time. Also, are you actually delivering personalized emails based on signals people are sending you, even outside of your sales funnel? Are you using, browse abandonment emails, abandoned cart emails? Are you using custom events as a way to send follow-up emails? And last but not least, are you actually following up with people who had an intention to buy but haven't? So are you presenting them with the answers to their question? Are you helping them overcome objections? Are you helping them stack up options they might have checked out? Lots to consider, but I promise you, shifting to this behavior-driven approach to email and really putting your subscribers behind the steering wheel of their customer journey is going to be transformative for the way you sell on Evergreen. and the way your subscribers feel as part of your customer journey. So if you have a question that you would like my insight, my take on, then I invite you to submit your question via the link in the show notes. You can do that anonymously and I will cover it like this. Or if you would love a little shout out in a future episode and a backlink to your website, add your name, and I can also do a little bit of research in relation to your question. If you enjoyed this episode and the little tips I have left you with, then I would love you to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with anyone who might be interested to up their own customer experience before, during, and after the purchase. Thanks so much for tuning in and see you next time.